Here's some of the things you'll see tomorrow. All right, so an example here, you're given that function machine. It can be given either the input or the output. Okay, so we have to plug in 4 in for x because that's our input. We get 12 plus 7, which would then be 19. Okay, and then being able to write it as function notation, f of 4 equals 19. All right, you can also be given the output as opposed to the input. Okay, so we have 3x minus 10 or 3x minus 2 equals 10. Okay, trying to figure out what's going to give us that output of 10. So we get 10 equals 3x minus 2. So again, now we're setting it equal to that equation as opposed to plugging it in for x. Okay, so we get x equals 4. Again, now we can write it in function notation, f of 4 equals 10. All right, try these two on your own. All right, so we're plugging in 2 into the first one. 2 times 2 minus 7 gives me 4 minus 7, so I get negative 3. So function notation, f of 2 equals negative 3. Second one, you're being given the output. So you get 10 equals negative x plus 1. subtract 1, get 9 equals negative x. Got to divide by -1 to get the negative off of the x. So now -9 equals x. So that would be my input. So f of -9 equals 10 would be my answer there. Okay, next part, function values from a graph. Okay, so we have these points. I'm going to write the points next to them. Just you won't get them on the test tomorrow, but just so you can see it, hopefully. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so again, you won't be given the points like this tomorrow, but just so you can see them in case your screen's a little blurry. Okay, then you'll be given questions. What is f of 1? What is f of 6? What is f of x when y is equal to 7? Okay, so again, this is our input. We're looking for our outputs. Our input's always our x value. Okay, here it is. Our output was then 4. You go f of 6. 6 is our input, our x value here. The y value, 2. Okay, here you're being given the output or the y value, 7, which is right here. Okay, looking for the input that gives you that output. 4 would be our value there. All right, try this one on your own. All righty, so we should have gotten f of 2 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, f of 0 should have been 1, 2. Okay, and then which value gives us -1? That's our output right here for -1. 1, 2, 3, 4 would have had to have been our input. Alrighty, next topic. All right, evaluating explicit equations. So you're given f of x, 2x minus 4. So now we're just plugging in that 4 for x. So now we have f of 4 equals 7. Okay, you might see a different letter like g of x. That doesn't really change anything. G of x equals 5x minus 4. G of 3 means we're plugging in that 3 for x. 5 times 3 minus 4. 15 minus 4 gives you 11. So G of 3 equals 11. All right. It's also important that you are able to recognize the difference between when they're giving you the input versus when they're giving you the output. Okay, so the input, remember, is always inside the parentheses. Here, we're trying to solve for the input. So they're giving you the output, which means 2x plus 3 equals 11. Okay, and we're trying to solve for whatever our input would be there for x. Let me subtract 3. So we get 2x minus 8. X equals 4, which would then be our input. So f of 4 is going to give us that output of 11 that we're looking for. All right, try those three on your own here. All right, first one being given the input of 4. So plugging in 4 for x. 4 minus 7 equals -3. So m of 4 equals -3. Okay, again, letter in front, doesn't matter. It's just a letter. Second one here, f of x equals 3x minus 2, where you're given the input of -4. 3 times -4 minus 2. -12 minus 2 should be -14. So f of -4 equals -14. Third one, you're being given the output. So 5 has to equal x plus 1. Subtract 1. 4 equals x, so that should be our input. Oops. G of 4 equals 5. All right, next section. Okay, domain and range. Be given a graph. Something like this. Except it'll be a lot neater because it's not me just sketching it. All right. So again, domain goes from left to right. Okay, so you're looking for the furthest value to the left. In this case would be an x value of 0. Okay. Again, here's your furthest value to the left. Furthest value to the right. Your x value would be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it would go from 0 to 8. Okay, your range, your lowest value, and this is what a lot of people were screwing up on the exit ticket the other day. Okay, your lowest value is right here. All right, what is the y value at your lowest value? It's -1. Okay, the highest point of the graph is up here, where you have a y value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this problem right here. Again, furthest value to the left. If I drew a line down to my x-axis, crosses it at +1. Okay, so it goes from +1, keeps going to the right forever. So it goes from 1 to infinity. Okay, so my range then, my lowest value is right there, where my Y value is at 2, goes up forever. So that also goes to infinity. Okay, try those two on your own. Okay, so we have our furthest value to the left over here at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So domain starts at -5, goes to the right forever. So it goes from -5 to infinity. Okay, our range, our lowest value, since this arrow is pointing down, it keeps going down forever. So it goes from -infinity all the way up to this point right here, okay, which has a Y value of 0. Domain for the next one, furthest value to the left is at -3. Furthest value to the right is at +3. Range should be going from -2, which is your lowest value, up to +2.
Hey, you're like frozen.
Okay. Might be your screen. I don't know. There's nothing I can do about that. Can you guys hear me or no?